Hello and welcome to the daily number workout for fifth grade. Today is the number 66. Let's get started with our word form. 66. Went all out with that one. And because 6 is in the ones place value, it is an even number. All right, let's do factors. So we have 1 times 66. 2 goes in 33 times. 3 goes in 22 times. 4 does not go in. 5 doesn't go in because it doesn't end with a 0 or a 5. 6 goes in 11 times. And nothing else goes in between there. Isn't that interesting? All right. So there's our factors. Let's go on to multiples. So we know 66 times 1 is 66. 66 times 2. Now we're going to really get practice with our sixes. 2 times 6 is 12. Drop the 2, carry the 1. 2 times 6 is 12. Plus 1 is 13. So we have 132. 66 times 3. 3 times 6 is 18. Drop the 8, carry the 1. 3 times 6 is 18, plus the 1 is 19, 198. 66 times 4. 4 times 6 is 24. Drop the 4, carry the 2. 4 times 6 is 24, plus 2 is 26. 264. 66 times 5. 5 times 6 is 30. Drop the 0, carry the 3. 5 times 6 is 30, plus 3 is 33. So we have 330. 66 times 6. Woo, lots of sixes there. 6 times 6 is 36. Drop the 6, carry the 3. 6 times 6 is 36, plus the 3 is 39. 396. 66 times 7. 7 times 6 is 42. Drop the 2, carry the 4. 7 times 6 is 42, plus 4 is 46. 462. 66 times 8. 8 times 6 is 48. Drop the 8, carry the 4. 8 times 6 is 48, plus 4 is 52. 528. 66 times 9. 9 times 6 is 54. Drop the 4, carry the 5. 9 times 6 is 54, plus 5 is 59. 594. And then 10 times any number is that number with 0 in the ones place. And we're done. So we have multiples, we have factors, and we're on our way to fractions, decimals, and percents. So let me move this up. And I'm covering these up just so I can have plenty of room for what we're doing. All right, so here we go. 66 out of 100 days of daily number workout. We go up to our factors. We know 66 doesn't go into 100 evenly, 33 doesn't, 22 doesn't, 11 doesn't, 6 doesn't, 3 doesn't, but 2 does. So we're going to go for our lowest term fraction by dividing by 2. So whatever we do to the numerator, we must do to the denominator. So we get 2 goes into 66 according to our factor pairs 33 times. 2 goes into 100, we know 50 times because 2 times 50 is 100. So our lowest term fraction is 33/50ths, or 33 out of 50. And let's move on to our decimal. We go back to our original and it would be 0 and 66 hundredths, which equals 66%. And our ratio, if we were looking at research and statistics, we would find 66:100 or 66:100. Let's drop down here and write this in word form. So this is 66 hundredths. That would be writing our fraction. And then our decimal would be 0 and 66 hundredths. Don't forget your THS. Or we're going to take that decimal and put it into our dollar sign, our dollars. So that would be $0.66. We would write $0.66. And we're looking good. So we're done with our partial numbers. And hopefully you got that all written down. Let's move on to our area. So we've got 4 factor pairs. So we want to really consolidate this by just doing one of each. That's what we're doing today. So we're going to draw one of each. So 66 by 1. We wrote this in area. It would be a 66 times 1, which equals 66 square units in area form. Our perimeter would be adding up all the sides. So we have a 66 plus a 1 plus a 66 plus a 1 equals, well, we know 2 66s is 132 plus 2 more is 134. So 134 units, and we're done. All right, let's move on to our next area, which would be a 33 by 2. We're just doing one of each. 33 by 2, which equals 66 square units. And so our perimeter there would be a 33 plus 2 plus 33 plus 2, which equals, well, 33 plus 33 is 66, plus 2 more is 68, plus 2 more is 70. All right, let's move on to the next area, which would be a 22 by 3. So we have 22 by 3 equals 66 square units. Our perimeter would be 22 plus 3 plus 22 plus 3 equals. So 22 plus 22 is 44 plus 3 and 3, which is 6. So 44 plus 6 is 50. And let's move on to our next one, which would be a 11 by 6. 11 by 6 equals 66 square units. Our perimeter then would be 11 plus 6 plus 11 plus 6 equals. So we know 11 plus 11 is 22. 6 plus 6 is 12. So 12 plus 22 is 34. All right. Notice how when we start getting it closer to a square, our perimeter always goes down. All right. So let's go into volume. So we're going to take these and we're going to do all the volumes. We're going to just draw one. So I'm going to draw the first one. If it was 66 wide by 1 deep by 1 tall, that volume would be 66 times 1 times 1, which equals 66 cubic units. And we'll write this 3 different ways because there's 2 numbers that are the same. So this would be a 1 by 66 by 1. And we can also do a 1 by 66 cubic units. Now, look at this. So these are just all flipping around, putting them in different orders. So the first number is width, the second number is depth, and the third number is height. So let's go on to the next one. There was 3 with that. Now we have a 33 by 2. So this would be 33 times 2 times 1 equals there you go. And we can put this, since there's 3 numbers, we can put it in 6 different ways. So then we could have 33 wide by 1 deep by 2. Or we could have a 2 wide by 33 deep by 1 tall. Or we could do a 2 by 1 deep by 33 tall. Or we could do a 1 wide by 2 deep by 33 tall. Or we can do a 1 deep by 33, I'm sorry, 1 wide by 33 deep by 2 tall. Creating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Using those numbers. And the next one would have been a 3 by 22. So 22 by 3 by 1. So we're going to start off with that one. 22 by 3 by 1. So we have 22 by 3 by 1. Or we have a 22 by 1 by 3, just changing up those last two. Or we start with the 3 instead, 3 wide by 22 deep by 1 tall. Or we have a 3 wide by 1 deep by 22 tall. Or we can have a 1 wide by 3 deep by 22 tall. Or we can have a 1 wide by 22 deep by 3 tall. Getting good here. All right, so our next one was a 11 by 6 by 1. So that's our first one, 11 by 6 by 1. And I'm going to put it over here to save paper. So we have a 11 by 6 by 1 equals 66 cubic units. We can say 11 wide by 1 deep by 6 tall cubic units. Or we can say 6 wide by 11 deep by 1 tall. Or we can say 6 wide by 1 deep by 11 tall. Or we can say 1 wide by 6 deep by 11 tall. Or we can say 1 wide by 11 deep by 6 tall. So those are all the different ways we could write it. So it's a challenge to get as many ways as possible. And we are done with this daily number workout. Have a wonderful day.